The other day I received a letter from a woman named Teresa who has intermittently studied real love for several months, but she's made no progress at all because she's firmly imprisoned by the chains of victimhood. Her letter is so typical of the attitudes of many of us that I'd like to share it with you. Teresa starts off by saying, "I'm so fed up and angry, I don't know where to start." On the whole, when we're angry, we're already feeling like victims. We're angry because of what someone has done to us, or because of what someone should have done for us. It's our feelings of being victimized that give us such perfect justification for being angry. We all know the expression, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned." That expression, properly read, isn't about women, it's about victims. Once we feel that someone has hurt us, heaven help them. We now have the right to do anything we want to protect ourselves, to get revenge, or to balance the scales of justice. Then she said, "Bob gets to do anything he wants. His life is great, and I'm miserable." Now, I happen to know Bob, and his life has been anything but great. In fact, he's been unhappy for most of his life, terribly so. So, why would she say this? Because in the past couple of years, he has been studying real love, and he's become almost unrecognizable from who he was before. He's less angry, more peaceful, much happier, and that makes Teresa crazy. Victims have only a few principles they live by. Look what you did to me. Look what you should have done for me. It's not my fault. And there's another one, a little more subtle, which is that if I'm unhappy, you're going to be too. Victims see to it that everyone around them is as miserable as they are. This woman is beside herself that her husband is finding some measure of happiness while she remains miserable. She can't stand it. And you'll see victims do this everywhere you go. These are the people who complain about what's not fair. When they say, "That's not fair," most of the time what they mean is that somebody got something fun or good or enjoyable, but they, the victim, didn't. And that would be simply awful. Victims can't stand for other people to be happier than they are. What a terrible way to live. To actually feed off other people's unhappiness and to be concerned only for your own. And yet, most of us live like that much of the time. This woman isn't unusual at all. She continues, "He can spend money on anything he wants, but I only have $1.50 in my bank account. We never have enough money." Yeah, the world of the victim. Again, I know Bob. He doesn't walk around spending money on anything he wants. In fact, he's a bit cheap. She, on the other hand, spends money rather loosely. What she means is that she wishes she could spend even more, like her friends do, because she hopes that spending money will make her happy. So, I asked her, "Do you ever thank Bob for the money you do have?" She doesn't work, and every dollar she spends is a dollar that he has earned. Now, that doesn't mean it's more his money than hers. Heavens no. But my point is that victims only complain. In the dictionary, in the G section, there is, for victims, no word between grating and grave. Victims don't know the word gratitude at all, and it keeps them miserable 24/7. It is absolutely critical that we understand the world of the victim. If we don't, we won't understand most of mankind, and we won't be able to avoid living in that world ourselves. More about this world and about the letter from Teresa in our next session.